Well, all right, we'll start rolling here. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy 4th of July weekend. Those who aren't familiar, my name is Matt Gerard. I'm the owner of Downrange Firearms. Big stuff to talk about today. We're going to talk about our upcoming class schedule for July and August. A lot of good stuff coming down the pipe. If you have not been checking out our schedule, like I said, there's a lot that is definitely coming down the road here, and I'm super excited about all of it. I know my guys are as well, especially to get back into the training season. Moving forward here, so some of the things that we're going to be looking forward to. Classes in general, super important. If you've ever talked to me before, you've ever taken classes, anything along those lines, you know how important I consider the training side of things. If you talk to my guys, they're kind of in the same boat. So we're really kicking things off hard now. It's been kind of a slow start to summer, and part of that's my fault as much as anybody else's. But now we're really planning on hitting the ground running this fall with our lineup, which is extensive. So case in point, let's see, what do we got here? Through August 27th, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 classes coming down the pipe. So I'm kind of stoked about that one. Let's see, right out of the gate, ladies only defensive handgun. So the ladies only classes are always going to be a win. Red dot handgun, close quarters handgun. We're going to home protection tactics course. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be a new one. So is the red dot one technically. Another CCL at the end of the month. That's no big shocker there. A handgun cleaning course. We haven't done one of those in a minute. Oh, that's right. We got that going. Yeah, we need to look into that one. Situational awareness, avoidance and de-escalation, emergency bleed response, handgun foundation, advanced bleed response, defensive carbine, and close quarters carbine. That's kind of some of the stuff that's coming down the pipe here. Viewers are on the low side at the moment. That's not super surprising. It is the 4th of July weekend. I'm sure everybody's out and about, though. When we stepped outside, it's humid as all get out right now. So let's talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's coming down the pipe. All right. So for my lady shooters that are out there, always excited to do the ladies only courses. This is a ladies only defensive handgun. So this is kind of your follow on to your concealed carry. This is where we're really getting into the nitty gritty of concealed carry and practical application of self-defense. So this is super, super huge. Once you've been through your basic CCL class, I mean, what do you do next, right? It's holster draw. It's getting comfortable with that firearm on your person. It's having it on your body and not being afraid of it, not being intimidated by it, and being confident enough that, God forbid, you actually need to use the thing. You're able to do that. That's what that defensive handgun class is all about. That's that whole defensive handgun line of training is all about, period. It's the, let's get comfortable with the holster. Let's get comfortable shooting from the holster, carrying it on my body, loaded, safety off, round in the chamber, understanding that and being confident and comfortable with it. That's what that defensive handgun class is all about. For the ladies especially, seeing as it's the first really big legitimate training class you're getting into, we've elected to offer that one as a ladies only product so that we can, get the chest thumping out of the way, none of the chauvinist garbage. You're stuck with me as your primary instructor. We're still working on hiring a few female instructors to kind of make that a little bit easier as soon as we get them trained up. A few of you worked with Tiffany over the years. I don't think she's going to be able to make that particular class, which is unfortunate because Tiffany does a great job. She's still going through our instructor program. I can't wait to get her through that one. But in the interim, you're kind of stuck with me on that one. But it's a great class, holster draw, use of force concepts. We cover all that information. Malfunction response, all of that stuff's all really kind of coming into the fold with that class. So that's a great, great, great class. Super excited about that one. Like I said, the ladies only classes are always a good time. You need to talk to our the ladies that have gone through it before. So that'd be like Kate and Black Ashley and Pink Ashley and all the other ladies that have gone through that program at some point in the past few years. Every time we always have an absolute blast. The ladies seem to be able to let loose a little bit more just because there aren't guys there causing, any other unnecessary discomfort. So it's a great, great class. And it's a great, great opportunity. So ladies, if you're out there and you're interested in carrying a firearm for self-defense, this is going to be a good one to get into, which is going to be very low pressure, very low stress, but get you a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more competent running that handgun of yours. So if you're thinking about it, this would be a great opportunity for you. And I know there aren't a ton of ladies only classes in the area, so it's definitely a good one to jump into. Moving forward from there, we've got some of our other stuff. Red Dot Handgun, that's coming up next weekend. I'm super stoked. We got a decent number of people that are interested in that one and signing up for that one. That one's going to be a lot of fun. We're asking for 400 rounds. That's an absolute minimum, but that's going to be probably a 400 or 500 round course of fire. That course is going to be great. If you're running a red dot pistol, this is going to be a great introductory course for you. So it's a defensive handgun geared towards red dots specifically. So anybody who's picked up a red dot for the first time, the first thing they probably said was, what the? Just because it's a slightly different world to get comfortable running a dot on a pistol, right? It's a little different. Sometimes the first time you might have to seek it out and try to figure out where it is. So you're doing one of these guys with your gun, trying to figure out where that dot is in relation to the window, in relation to your target. What are you supposed to be looking at? What are you supposed to be focusing on? What are the drawbacks? What are the advantages? That's what that class is all about, is getting all of those questions answered and then letting you practice in a situation and environment where you're going to be good to go. You're going to be covered. So we're going to teach you all the good stuff about how to pick up that dot, how to do it in a hurry, how that dot can be used for diagnostics to figure out, is your grip appropriate? Is there something screwed up about your grip? Is there something screwed up about your stance, your rate of fire, your level of precision, your level of accuracy? Because that dot is useful for so much more than just aiming. It's actually a really, really neat little tool that you can utilize. I absolutely love them. Like I said, I've converted most of my guns to the dot world now, to that dot life. So I'm probably going to stick in that direction. Some of the other stuff we're going to talk about is like the malfunctions that you can deal with dots. Like if the dot takes a dump, whether you lose the dot, your glass gets broken out, the glass gets obstructed, can you still utilize that gun even in spite of those situations? And the answer is absolutely yes. That's what that's all about, is because we're going to train you to overcome those potential issues. Because I know it's a big concern is, what if my dot takes a dump, the battery dies, yada, 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 whatever. We're going to teach you how to deal with that. We're going to teach you how to deal with that and kind of handle that situation. Some of the other stuff coming down the pipe. Close quarters handgun. Oh, that one is always a blast. If you haven't taken that, that is definitely an awesome, awesome class. It's a day 2 class. There's a prereq. You have to have either taken the defensive red dot course or the standard defensive handgun class if you want to take close quarters handgun. Super great class. We asked for 600 rounds and you're going to shoot them up. All right. That's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a fun day. Ton of shooting, absolutely a ton of shooting, but you're going to get a wicked fast draw time. Your rate of fire is really going to get pushed. You're going to get used to shooting in and around other people, because we're going to add some movement to that. Really help you integrate with other people in the event that, Lord help us, you actually have to be involved in a self-defense shooting in and among people. That's the class that's going to teach you how to do that, and then do it competently and put rounds where you need them to go. Kind of important, right? We're talking self-defense shooting. You want to be accurate, fast, quick on the trigger, but make the right decisions, right? We want to make the right decisions and make the hits that we want. That is a great course for the train up for that purpose. We definitely need to get some force-on-force classes up on the schedule. We haven't done any of those just yet. Working on it. Me and Brad are talking about on the daily. We got a couple more afternoon, evening classes rolling, so super stoked about those. We're going to keep working in that direction and seeing what we can make happen. Hopefully we'll get a force-on-force class coming up in the next 4 to 6 weeks, probably by August for sure. Let's see what else we got rolling. Home protection tactics. That's going to be a great course. All right. Home defense, always a hot topic, top of commodity. If you're not really sure where to start when it comes to making a plan for yourself, that's going to be a class worth taking. It's really affordable. It's only $25. It's right here at the shop, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. That is July 27th. Great class. It's going to be an hour or two. Nothing super intense, but we're going to talk about things you need to be paying attention to. Construction, things you need to be paying attention to. How to go about coming and going from your residence. What should you lock? What shouldn't you lock? What do you need to reinforce? What are you okay with? It's a long, expansive list of things to talk about. But the best opportunity is going to be a good Q&A session for people that are like, I'm not really sure where to start. Let's talk about it. Or if you do think you know where you want to start, this is going to be a great opportunity for you to bounce your ideas past people who've kind of been there, done that, know how this goes, and does these kind of assessments. So it's definitely a worthwhile conversation to have. So come on down for that. Like I said, it's $25. It's an hour or two of your life on a Thursday evening. It's going to be a lot of fun. Home protection tack. That was that one. Illinois concealed carry, the July 29th and 30th. I think at this point, everybody knows what the Illinois concealed carry program consists of. So that'll be a good one. That's going to be a lot of fun. Situational awareness. Situational awareness will be August 5th and 6th. So situational awareness, avoidance, de-escalation. I'll get Ben on here soon. A lot of cool stuff with that one. I'm super excited. It's great and important to carry a firearm on your person in the event that you need to be attacked. Avoidance, de-escalation, situational awareness, those are the courses that help prevent you from getting into the gunfight to begin with. Arguably more important than anything else. So it's definitely a worthwhile class. They're $100 a piece. Ben's coming into town again to teach that. He's our security specialist. He's been there, done that overseas, locally in Conus, out in Oconus. A lot of expertise, a lot of experience. Really excited about having that class. Anybody who's jumped into it last year knows that was a lot of fun. A lot of interesting stuff, hands-on exercises. It's a good class. It's worth your time to jump into that one and kind of get that one and build up that intellectual skill set that you need to help keep yourself safe. So that's definitely a great option for that one. And frankly, you don't see a whole lot of the de-escalation kind of courses available to normal people, and normal people probably need it arguably more than anybody else does. So it's kind of cool to kind of have that opportunity pop up and be able to do those things. So super stoked about that one. Again, yeah, Ben's coming back into town. He does a phenomenal job. Anyone who's before, very interesting course. He doesn't let it get boring, even though it's a classroom. It's a thinking class. Next big ones that are coming up are emergency bleed response and advanced bleed response. If you've taken the Stop the Bleed course, the basic one it's going to be a great refresher from you. Same kind of concept. We're going to teach you tourniquets, wound packing, chest seals, all the good jazz that goes with that. But the real seller is going to be the Advanced Bleed Response course. That is going to be hands-on, interactive, role players. You're going to be putting bandages on people that'll be screaming. They're going to be bleeding. We're going to be using corn syrup and all sorts of horrible stuff. If you're emotionally sensitive, probably not a great class to take. But if you want to start building that mental toughness up, this is going to be a good class to do it, because we're going to throw some stuff at you. Again, like any of the force-on-force classes that you've ever taken with me before, I am not there to let you fail. I am there to figure out what your skill level is and then build you up from there. We might tear some things down to make sure you don't have any bad habits, but we will build up with great habits. That's going to be a super awesome class. Like I said, we're going to have role players, multiple role players going to be involved, corn syrup, bandages, wound packing, all sorts of interesting stuff to kind of keep that one going. So we're going to make that class as realistic as possible. We're working on trying to get those certified so we can use those as continuing ed credits for all of my people out there that need CEs and CMEs. But we're working on doing that as well. Kelsey teaches that, does a phenomenal job. She's taught the last couple of Stop the Bleed courses, so I'm super, emergency bleed response courses, our version of Stop the Bleed. Super excited about getting her into the fold a little more and really ramping up those classes and the things that go with that. So definitely worth your consideration. If you have any questions about any of these, stop at any time. Throw up a comment in the Facebook post or the YouTube. Obviously, I'll get around to answering them at some point in the future. But yeah, if you have any questions about any of that stuff, jump into those courses because they're a lot of fun. All of this stuff is an absolute hoot. So definitely jump into it, build some skills, do all the good stuff that you need to. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Everybody, thanks for watching. Either watching it now live or watching it later when it gets uploaded. Otherwise, stop into their shop and take a look at what kind of stuff trouble we're causing. Otherwise, thanks and have a happy and safe 4th of July.